Cannot wait to get it started.
Really got to be hoping if you're a West Coaster, one of the Georgia Pole teams, that you're getting a little bit of circle favor this time around, because we've been very East heavy in games number 1 and 2 around the lumberyard and then up around the field by Mansion. So really hoping to see something a little different this time around. Flight path favoring the north and western side of the zone, but once again over towards the east, still got a very high potential of seeing that back in the mix, which once again, it could potentially be a bit of a mulligan for MS Chonburi this time, hoping to see a little bit more on the end of points. But that is a weird little, 3-team engagement for a car spawn, it looks like, between Jiaoman, E-Arena, and Simon T, just towards the eastern side of Roshawk. Could get very messy very quickly.
Absolutely could, and we're yet to see any real hot drops so far. I wonder if that will remain the same, or whether those teams down at the bottom think, okay, we need to get a little bit more aggressive. It looks like Genius, well, they want to get aggressive, as they already...
Levi's,
I was going to say they flushed him out, but Ninja was doing a really good job with that defensive drive in there. Let's not forget E-Arena around this as well, so they could try and third party. 777 spotted out by Sophia. Look, Expendables, it is not going well. Maybe it's time to just take a break. Maybe get one of those sleep masks that E-Arena have a little break and come back for game number 4.
This is the problem once again. They have given up their drop spot for unfamiliar territory going up north, and nobody wants to give up on their own habits. Of course, Genius will be more than willing to have taken that hard spawn up in their local lobbies, and this time it's just Jervis with a gun this time, and all the dodges coming through for 777 aren't going to be quite enough to get away from it. We really did it to them by talking about how they performed well in the kill feed. Teddy up there as the 3rd highest damage dealer in the lobby right now, but he's been sat down by Yuta of Genius Esport, and there it is from Sophia. Another huge, quick, clean spray from decent range as well, and that is a huge knock, huge kill to come through, removing Hisaki from the lobby, a big performer so far, and Tycon's down as well. Leo, they've spotted out who it is, and they want blood. He's coming out straight away.
More time, and it looks like the res coming out on the other end of things as well. JN, though, spotted through the smoke as man can't finish the job. Icarus Cyber really need to get these players in, but it's so much easier said than done, as now Bliss finally start to third party. Mirage is quickly traded out by Day Trade.
And then it's going to just be straight into the firing line set up by Genius Esport.
Glorious able to shut down FP as man also going down. It's Icarus Cyber to fall in 13th. You have to wonder who is next to follow with From the Future so far split. Phase 4 is going to get ready to make a move, and remember, there's still a bunch of teams down by that southern river ready to make a cross. Canaxi goes down to Utah as Genius are just putting in work. And smoking Theraton 5 looking to push with vehicles their own. MSC are posted, however, and ready to fight it. Eddie goes down to the nade. The Molotov on the back of the smoke as well kind of prevents him from being able to get out cleanly. Youngby does decide to open that distance up again, as New Generation are in such a tricky position. Cheeksing throws down a smoke, and Buram just going to wait to reset before capitalizing onto this. Remember, Diana is still going to be down. Will be able to call that out to his team as Youngby down to 1 HP, misses the spray. And well, New Generation in trouble. Not as much trouble as PMA are in, though. Credit to Hymas for being able to get the knock, but Mad Dog trades it. It may even convert into a kill, so that zone is going to be closing through. Theraton 5, though. Pattenpong goes down first to Genius. Trix peeks out the side and eliminates Theraton 5 out in 10th position, but Buram looking to move up the hill, and Nordra playing point, nade in hand, tries to toss it up. Is it close to Cloris? Apparently so, but fortunately he's just gained enough distance to not go down to it. Cheeksing is eliminated as Nordra tries to keep their hopes alive. Yuta trades it back. Buram in some real trouble. All it's going to take now is one shot with this bolt after being caught from the side angle, and Nordra's going to be out of it, but as he jiggle peeks around the side, he's taken a lot of damage, but still no kill.
Nordra just doing all he could to confirm the kill before he inevitably will go down, and he actually survives long enough to grab a placement point out of it as well for Buriram. But very different scenes now on the leaderboard as in the previous game. It was our top 5 in the standings that made the top 5 in the game. This time, look at that chunk of teams straight down the middle. And whoever comes out the winner of this will get a huge boost, potentially up as far as 2nd place, depending on the amount of kills and who it is to pick it up. And SGD are really wanting to make sure it's them. They're already climbing very efficiently up the standings. And Molotov just dodges out of Julio, sort of airbends it out of the way. And Sophia creeping his way forwards, can't get out of the way of the shrapnel though. Metal bending not in his forte.
Sophia going to swing round the side as Shen does exactly the same. He's able to open up with his first knock onto Xiaoman, and that's MSC out. SGD starting to stack up those points. Hopefully that is the sign of the change that we were looking for and the confidence starting to come into effect. The circle shift.
The 1 kill point that awaits them up north. Belmoth prone in the grass. He's looking the right angle, but doesn't spot the head of Sophia in time. Jervis will pop up and finish the job after he's softened up, but Flash is there for the trade. But he's not peeking the right-hand side. Sophia can just pop up at any second. The blue zone still creeping forwards. He's not going to get a chance. Shen has just done the dirty work for SGD to watch the back line, but they didn't spot him out, and that could very well be the downfall of SGD. They've got a huge hold on the northern side, and the push has come through from Genius. That's going to be the call for SGD to start making a move, to start pushing,
to start healing. Lerix is pulling off the clutch of the century if this works out, but Genius, they're just slowly but surely getting corralled by SGD, and it looks like Jervis opens things up. Zest falls, and now is the opportunity for SGD to strike. Nades come up the hill in the hope of getting a flush, but they are split to the point where they have to really take these fights individually. Leo goes for the spray, but doesn't spot Simon make the cross, and Lerix, well, he is spotting everything right now, just waiting for Sophia to make a mistake, for anyone from SGD to finish off Genius. Then he can start stealing the points. Shen takes down Yuta with the long-range spray. Simon T's going to deny to zone, and now it comes down to Lerix as the final player for E-Arena in a 1 versus 4. SGD is so confused. They thought it was a 4-man they were up against, and now they've just gone down to zone. They know there's a solo. They just don't know where. Lerix is waiting, and it looks like SGD are completely running around like headless chickens. They have no idea about this solo, and if Lerix peeks up Saga, Sophia is quickly going to feel the brunt of it. Shen, maybe realizing the edges aren't completely clear, throws out nades, but they are just clueless right now.
I think a knock and a flush is pretty much the best that Lerix could hope for, but I think he started to toss out a flashbang or two. Sophia knows exactly where he's lurking at right now, and he's pushing back towards it. So if Lerix can catch him unawares, get the knock, get the flush, that's really his final contribution, but he doesn't get the flush in time. That extra half second of vulnerability that was recently added, the damage reduction on knocked players, it's too much for him to deal with, and SGD technically still 4 men up at the end, close out a game with a huge number of kills. This is what we've expected to see from them the whole time, and while they didn't quite live up to that in games 1 and 2, game 3 certainly showed exactly